Countermove Fantasy MMA at countermove.com. Select a game, choose a team of 5 fighters, stack up points, and win. Let's do this shit!
We now move on to item 420 on our agenda, the disciplinary hearing for Nicholas Diaz. Mr. Diaz, you failed a post-fight drug test at UFC 183. Marijuana metabolites were found in your system. Is there anything you or your lawyer would like to say on your behalf? If not, we'll start with deliberations.
Your Honors, if I may, first of all, I would just like to say, and if we could put this on the record, that would be great. You're all looking very, very sharp today.
Well, thank you.
Fuck you doing, homie? Nick, this is how you win here, okay? I'm gonna need you to cry in a minute.
It's not fucking happening, homie. Last time I cried was fucking Terminator 2. Shit was sad as fuck when Terminator died.
Okay, I'll actually defend you. Listen, guys, my client, Nick Diaz, is completely innocent. Has he smoked weed in the past? Maybe. Has he failed a few drug tests in the past for weed? According to his Wikipedia page I read this morning before getting here, yes, he has. But Nick Diaz takes his job very seriously. This isn't some kid who works the late shift at a 7-Eleven smoking weed out behind the building with his buddy Jimbo. Nick Diaz's job is fighting people in a cage. To the death.
Not to the death.
Not to the death, but he fucks shit up. And on the night in question, he was fighting the greatest fighter of all time. Not only the greatest fighter of all time, but the greatest fighter of all time who also happened to have a cocktail of dangerous banned substances in his body that my client was only made aware of after spending 5 goddamn rounds locked in a cage with him. He was fucking super Anderson Silva. The guy could probably kill our whole families with a single punch. Just their heads explode, there's fucking blood. I'm getting off topic. The point I'm trying to make is that you'd be smoking weed. To smoke weed the same night you're gonna fight the most dangerous fighter in the world. On that logic alone, my client should be dismissed from this hearing with the commission's deepest apologies.
Well, if Nick never smokes before a fight, why did he fail a post-fight drug test in 2012 when he fought Carlos Condit? What do you say to that?
Your Honor, Diaz125, okay? Look, all that aside, none of that really matters because we've got an ace in the hole, motherfuckers. Get ready to feel stupid as shit. My client's urine was taken 3 times and analyzed by 3 different laboratories for some fucking reason, and sure enough, 2 of those got passing grades from WADA Standard Labs. WADA is the Travis Luter of doping agencies, okay? The 3rd one is the only one that failed, and it was sent to fucking New Jersey. Look, I'm not Copernicus, but where I come from, best 2 out of 3 means I won that shit. If we're playing a pickup game of basketball and I beat you twice in 3 games, you're not the fucking winner, guys. I'm sorry. You're just not. I'm not even sure why my client's here, honestly.
He's here because he failed the drug test, Mr. Toehold.
Yeah, but all 3 of these fucking tests were taken on the same night. The 2 that passed and the 1 that failed. I mean, I've seen baseball players get off of popping for steroids because the guy carrying the sample at the lab had a fucking cold. Shouldn't 2 passing grades be, I don't know, some sort of red flag that maybe the test results that were positive were wrong?
Nope.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Let's just throw out completely reasonable cause for doubt about the legitimacy of the entire operation.
Your client's failed 3 tests in the state of Nevada now for marijuana, and he told us he was gonna stop smoking weed in 2007, and he didn't. He didn't do what he said he was gonna do.
Okay, look, let's just pretend all of this is true. Let's hypothetically say Nick smoked a bowl on his way up to the cage 3 different times. He broke the rules. He didn't do what you told him to do. What a horrible fucking person. But pot is not a performance enhancer, right? I mean, I take steroids. It enhances my performance at being bigger, faster, stronger. And I do. And it does. And it's amazing. I smoke weed. It enhances my performance at eating a whole bag of chips and watching Maury Povich for 6 hours.
But marijuana is still a Schedule I controlled substance in the United States.
Oh, come on now. Almost every state but the ones in the middle nobody gives a shit about allow it in some capacity. The great state of Nevada started allowing medical usage of marijuana in 2000. That's some progressive shit right there.
Well, be that as it may, it's still against the rules, and he never told us about medical marijuana usage on his pre-fight questionnaire. Questionnaires are important. We are important. What we do here with discipline for recreational drugs is important.
You guys aren't gonna budge, are you?
Nope.
Well, then I got nothing else. Sorry, Nick.
Before we begin deliberations, we'd like to talk to Nick for a moment. That's okay.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Nick, don't say anything to piss him off. Just say 5th Amendment, okay? They'll ask you 1 or 2 questions and then they'll get the hint.
Mr. Diaz, please state your name for the record.
5th Amendment.
Mr. 5th Amendment, have you ever consumed marijuana?
5th Amendment.
Did you consume marijuana the night of the fight?
5th Amendment.
If you were using medical marijuana, why didn't you state so on the pre-fight questionnaire? Fifth Amendment.
Your Honor, my client is gonna say Fifth Amendment to whatever you ask him, and I really need to get back home to play Grand Theft Auto 5. So can we maybe just skip this whole thing and get to the deliberations here?
Nope, I'm asking these questions to get a complete record for the proceedings. So I'm gonna need to ask these relevant questions. Fifth Amendment.
He didn't ask you a question, Nick.
Fifth Amendment.
You don't have to do that to me, too.
Fifth Amendment.
Oh, Jesus.
What's your favorite color? Fifth Amendment. Did you understand the ending of Lost? Fifth Amendment. What's the highest score you ever obtained in Pac-Man? Fifth Amendment. That completes the record. I have no further questions. We will now deliberate amongst ourselves to determine the action that we will take, if any. Well, after much discussion, we decided on a lifetime ban from fighting in Nevada.
What the fuck? Lifetime ban over some weed? Are you fucking serious?
Well, Mr. Toehold, this is not about weed. This is about Mr. Fifth Amendment consistently disrespecting this commission, this sport, and the rules that we have in place to protect the other fighters from fighters who smoke weed.
Fuck you! How are you gonna make a disciplinary hearing over a single incident about my client's entire career and how he behaves towards a bunch of clowns? In any other sport or in a real court, this shit would have been dropped like Rashad face.
This is the third offense in this state alone. The punishment has to escalate.
No, it fucking doesn't. If you want to escalate on fighters who get caught cheating, that's fine. But escalating your punishment for a guy who smokes some fucking weed is like a teacher escalating their punishment for using blue ink instead of black ink. In other words, the rule is fucking stupid and so are you guys. If you want to deter people from using recreational drugs during fights, fine them 30% of their purse every time. But this suspension shit is dumb as fuck. You're really gonna lifetime ban my client?
Okay, maybe a lifetime ban is too harsh for weed. 5 years!
5 fucking years? You might as well just kept the lifetime ban. Fuck! My client will be 36 in 5 years. He'll fucking need steroids at that point to compete. And for some fucking reason, whenever this one goddamn state makes a decision, every commission in the country falls in line with it. So basically, you've decided he doesn't get to do his chosen profession for 5 years over literally the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Thank you, America, for endless appeals. We'll be back, motherfuckers. Come on, Nick, let's get out of here.
Fifth Amendment.
Wait, don't turn off the video yet. T-shirts, Twitter, podcasts, gi patches, Facebook, beanies. All the links are in the description. Buy all my shit, listen to my podcasts, follow me on all the thing, and check out Bama 22 this Saturday.